Okay, let's start the tour. I want to try this. The first time I'm doing this is kind of crazy. So this is live weather, Los Angeles. I know where I'm going. Start the tour. Should be a nice 45-minute flight, I believe. I know all the places I can see. I don't even need the map. I know where they are. So we are at the tallest building in Los Angeles right now. This is that building that gets destroyed in every movie, so let's just take off and go. Alright, again, this is like the fourth time I'm flying a helicopter, so we'll... And this is freaky.
El Monte Airport information, India.
El Monte?
220.
Yeah, it's that big.
179er at 7. Visibility 10.
I'm gonna have to shut that off for a second. Give me a second here.
2.17. Altimeter 29082.
There's this. Just bear with me here.
Landing and departing runway
I just want to shut off the...
Aircraft say direction of flight.
There we go. Alright, cool.
El Monte Airport information.
What the fudge?
220 Zulu. Wind 179er at 7. Visibility 10.
Shit it. Taking care of this on the ground.
29er. 2 point. El Monte Airport information, India. 220.
Alright. That's cool. Alright, we're going up. We're going up. Good. I got it under control. Perfect. Then make sure I turn that off. T, make sure I get that. I'm not going to crash, am I? I should have planned this better. Cool. There we go. Get rid of the comms here. And make sure that the cursor is not on the way. Last time it was, so I want to make sure it's out of the way. Okay, let's do a tour downtown. Sorry about that, guys. A little distraction. Downtown, basically. That's the 110 freeway. Now, one thing about Los Angeles downtown, it's kind of small. It's very small compared to other cities. I mean, Los Angeles stretches up for maybe 50 miles that way, another 20 miles that way, but it's a big city, and this is the Staples Center. This is where the Lakers play. And just south here is I believe that's the 110. That's my heading here. 210. That's the Coliseum. It should be in this area. It's USC. Be here, I think. Yeah, I think this is the parking lot. This parking lot is finished now, I believe. It's kind of interesting. I'll actually maybe show pictures of it. Oh no, there it is. There's the Coliseum. I know it. Yeah, it's just a little further away. This is their practice area, so USC if you're a fan. And then you can see the Coliseum. This building in front of it right here is the Museum of Natural History. That is the Science Center. Those are the gardens. And as a matter of fact, I come here a lot with my family on the weekends and spend a lot of time. Science Center is free. Museum doesn't cost much. And yeah. Oh yeah, this by the way is Football Club Los Angeles Stadium. So there's literally like in a small area Football Club Los Angeles. I think that's wrong though. They may have to redesign it, but you can see that's where it is. That's a Boeing 707. It's a display. There's a SR-71 that's displayed down there also. And right now, right here, they are mounting a, I believe in this area, they're mounting the space shuttle. It's going to be done in 2028, I believe. All mounted and up. And yeah, there's the SR-71 down there. So yeah, first stop downtown and USC and couple of museums. All right, this area used to be very bad right here. They've cleaned it up lately. I guess the Olympics are coming, so they've put the fire under the behinds, and they've cleaned it up for a big part, for the most part. Okay, let's kind of head up, and then we're going to start heading up north, because everything is to the northwest, or most of the things are from downtown to the northwest. Hopefully it won't take that much long of a flight time, especially if we're going fast. What are we, 100 knots? Oh, here's the Staples Center again. Oh, excuse me, that's the convention center. The Staples Center is right there. I believe that the Disney building is somewhere here too. So, yeah, the Nokia. Okay, cool. So we're going now. We're headed probably northwest. Actually, this is directly north. I think Dodger Stadium is over here north. But I don't want to go to Dodger Stadium. We can just see it from the air. I want to go to those hills and show you a couple of things up in those hills. Oh, that's the famous park. I was there a few months ago and took one of those pedal boats. Actually got tired. It's not as fun. It looks fun on TV, but when you're actually pedaling yourself, it sucks. Alright. Okay, this is the 101. This is the famous 101 freeway here. And from this 101, as you're heading kind of like northwest, there's all these streets that go that way. And those are the famous streets where you get Melrose, you get Sunset, and then you get the one with the stars, which was, what was it? Sunset, and then Santa Monica. So, and then we'll go that way. But for now, let's go over here, because guess what? Guess what's over there? Oh yeah, it's a Hollywood sign. That's where the Hollywood sign is, by that big antenna over there. But before we go to Hollywood sign, just take a detour here and come to a place I went to last night. I've been living in Los Angeles 32 years, and this is the first time I've been here, and I regret I hadn't come earlier. It's the Griffith Observatory, because it's actually a very cool area, because we got to climb up here, and there was a concert at the Greek Theater, which is down here somewhere, and you could hear it. You could hear the concert even as you were climbing to go to the Griffith Observatory. Yeah, that's our parking lot somewhere where we parked, and this is they kind of put a little too many trees around it. But yeah, this is the Griffith Observatory. There shouldn't be that many trees. It was actually kind of open, and then there's that southeast corner where that famous movie, well, not famous movie, but that's where Terminator came back. If you guys remember the very first Terminator, when he wakes up next to the garbage truck, it's in that area. Let's see if I can get it closer. I'm not getting good with helicopters here. That's, yeah, and I actually posted that. I had my daughter, she walked like the Terminator. I posted it. It's right there. But unfortunately, there's trees surrounding it, but it's just on this side of the dome. Just right there, right there, down there. See? Don't crash! Don't crash! Right there, hiding. That's when Terminator came back. Okay. Griffith Observatory, kind of cool, good space stuff. They actually have a telescope that they have open, and then you can see through it. Except when we were in line, we just made it in, and somebody threw up, and then they kicked us out. They said, well, it was almost 9:30. They said, nope, can't do that. You know, everybody needs to leave for medical reasons, I guess. So, yeah, there's the Hollywood sign right there. 32 years in Los Angeles. I have never been up to the Hollywood sign. Let's go see it. I know where it is. I've seen it hundreds of times, a lot of flights when I do to Santa Monica, which we're going that way, and I have never seen it, but here it is, Hollywood. As a matter of fact, as long as I'm here, let me check out how to get up here. I guess there's that road. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm taking a detour to figure out how to get up here, in case I ever want to come up here. I guess we gotta come from here from behind? On the backside, maybe? Oh, cool. Alright, oh, by the way, that's on this other side, that's Burbank. That's Burbank area. That's where all the studios are. All the TV stations. And again, you get Burbank Airport, it should be over here somewhere, I believe. And then you got Van Nuys, it should be over there somewhere. And then, this is the zoo, huh? Is it? No, not yet. Okay, it should be further out. On the other side, I think the zoo is over there. Cool. Trust me, it's big. Los Angeles is huge. And this is the least familiar area for me, believe it or not. We'll go look at where the fires were too. Is this what I think it is? Yeah, this is it, guys. You know what this is right here? Universal Studios Hollywood. Alright, yeah, another place I go to often. There it is. That's, I guess they were building something there at this time. There's the Studios. That's where all the studios are, right down here. And then this is where that fake city is, where they have all the film all the movies right there. Right here. Oh yeah, and there's Back to the Future. You guys remember Back to the Future, the tower? Right there. By the way, that was the zoo that we passed. There's Back to the Future. That's the tower. Right there. Yep. And there's nothing behind it. Whoa, let's not crash here. Alright, cool. Again, fun stuff if you're in the area to come and check out. Cool. Universal Studios. Hollywood. And that's where all the tram goes. And, I gotta make sure I don't hit anything. Cool. Alright, and then just there is, like I said, Burbank and studios and NBC and Universal and Alright, now let's go to the other side, because on this side there isn't much. Now I can actually kind of take you, if you people interested, that's the 405, I believe, and it hits the Van Nuys there, and then you go that way where I'm looking straight. I know it's kind of maybe hard to point out. Let's see, with it right there, that area right there. If we go that way, that's where a Kobe crash was. But we're not gonna go do that. Let's get on the other side because there's more interesting stuff on the other side. Again, we are north of Los Angeles. Now we're gonna cross the hills and we're gonna go into the Los Angeles basin. Again, you see that antenna there? I don't know how much you can see. That's where the Hollywood sign is. So we moved kind of west from it, over the hills. And can you fly here? Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, there's a lot of helicopters that fly here. For some reason, Universal Studios does not have a TFR. Disneyland does, and a few other places do. Flight restrictions where you can't go above it, and mostly it's so you don't have tail drag banner towers, so people are not advertising. You know, Disneyland didn't want that, so they kind of requested for safety reasons to put the flight restricted area. That was their excuse, so the FAA did after 9/11. But honestly, it was not a safety reason. It was more of a, hey, we just don't want people to advertise. Well, and I agree with them. As much as I like to fly over Disneyland and look at it, I like to I like some peace and quiet when I'm actually enjoying it. And down here is where the Beverly Hills and West Hollywood and everything is. So right now, okay, that street actually, you see where it splits? I believe that's Santa Monica. That is Santa Monica Boulevard, I think. Again, this is the okay, Santa Monica. And this is where those streets are, like right here, right there. Oh, okay, this is Sunset Boulevard right here. That's Sunset right here. Right there. That's Sunset Boulevard. That's Whiskey A Go Go, that one. Roxy, Rainbow Cafe, they're all right here, right there. Actually, that's the Roxy and that's the Rainbow Cafe right there. Ooh, make sure I don't hit. Cool. Yeah, that's this is Sunset Boulevard, the famous area where if you go there, you still see these old rockers. You know, they come and eat there. It's not as loud, but they're all there. Actually, food sucks. I'll be honest. Food's kind of crap, but. You see that pink right there? That's Roxy, and the one just above it, that's the Rainbow Cafe. Where November Rain and all that was Strange was filmed. And just south, on the same street, is Whiskey A Go Go, and across from Whiskey A Go Go, the red building right there. You see that in the corner? Across from it is where Viper Room is. Now it used to be Johnny Depp's. Right there is Viper Room. Just a bit further down. Alright, cool. Yeah, I couldn't do that in real life, but I can do it here. And also I have my favorite parking spot here when I go, so. Oh, look, somebody's got a tennis. It's Beverly Hills. Now we're going into Beverly Hills. This is the 90210 area. Yeah, you can see. Blue, 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 blue. Big house, blue, blue, blue. Yeah, that's pools. What is it? Van Nuys? What is this? I forgot the name of this. It goes right through Beverly Hills right here. I think maybe some Paramount Studios are here, and yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like this, but it's not. I mean, that's Paramount, I think, right there. Studios. But yeah, again, this is Beverly Hills, and this is the it's the rich area. Well, it's all rich, but this is the uber rich area. I'm gonna take you to a special place now. I think that's it. From here, let's go just a little bit south. We were heading southwest, but we're just going south here. That building ahead of us, no, not those, the one straight ahead, the tall one. That is Nakatomi Plaza. It's not Christmas until Hans falls down, right? This is it. That's the Nakatomi Plaza. Of course, these other buildings were not around in that time when the movie was filmed, but this is the Nakatomi Plaza right here. Oh, it's not called Nakatomi, but it's called something else, but we all know it as Nakatomi, right? Where did Hans fall? From like one of these all the way down. Yeah. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. And yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. You bastards. Alright. Kind of cool, huh? Alright, now, let's keep going this way. We're gonna hit the, and the reason we're going this way, we're gonna hit Santa Monica. So you got Beverly Hills, and then you got West Los Angeles or so, which you're entering right now, and then you're gonna have Santa Monica. There's actually nice, I'm originally, my family's from Balkans, and then there's a nice little, second Balkan restaurant in Los Angeles. Over here called Sofra Urbana, and that's where I come to get old Balkan foods, fast foods. It's over here somewhere. Just Google it if you're in this area. That's the 405 freeway. Now we're officially entering Santa Monica, and when we enter Santa Monica, one thing we want to talk about is the airport. And that is the Santa Monica Airport. Why is this important? Well, that movie 2012, you guys remember it? It was destroyed. Now, if you remember that movie, is the airplane took off from the other side as everything was crumbling in this way, and then all of a sudden ended up downtown, which is like 20 miles that way. Right? So yeah, that was a quick trip to downtown without climbing a single foot. But yeah, this is the Santa Monica. This is where basically a lot of stars who do fly we either learn or they hold their airplanes. That and Van Nuys, believe it or not, Van Nuys is another place. Now just to the west over here is a golf course, and if you guys remember, this is where Harrison Ford put his plane down after he lost power. Taking off from Santa Monica, lost power, came down like a pro. Yeah, Harrison knows what he's doing. Yeah, he did get old, he did make a couple of mistakes later on in life, but he's a good pilot, and that's where he put it down. Now, alright, talking about Santa Monica, what's another thing about Santa Monica is the Santa Monica Pier. Basically, if, any game in Los Angeles that's, whether it's Rams or Lakers or Chargers or whoever, they'll have cameras at the Santa Monica Pier of that nice little area. Let's see what it looks like in Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's the pier right here. That's the beach. Now, one thing about Los Angeles and the beaches that people don't know that are not in Los Angeles is the water is cold. Basically, Baywatch was a lie. That water is like 69, 70 degrees. That's hypothermia level stuff. So yeah, basically the only one that goes in the water is kids and surfers. Most other people say, heck no, we'll go down to Mexico or something. Okay, so yeah, that's the Santa Monica Pier. And then down here is where, if you guys remember Rocky 3, right, with Clubber Lang, this is where they trained and raced. And where Rocky supposedly beat Apollo in a foot race. No, it never happened. It's not gonna happen. It's a movie, guys. It's a movie. I don't know, what is that? Something's wrong with the scenery. Okay. I'm gonna head south, and as a matter of fact, what's my altitude? I didn't check the altitude once. If we go to Santa Monica, I'm gonna show you an actual thing you can do when you're flying in Los Angeles. Now, I'm gonna do this visually, but you're technically supposed to follow a VOR. But for us that have, you know, been here in, you know, Los Angeles for a long time and flown here, we can do this visually. I tried to, you know, my first time I tried to do it in instruments and I almost messed up. So I said, screw that. Give me my visual points. All right, we're gonna do the LAX Mini Route. Oh, basically right there, just south of us, is Los Angeles International Airport, and all that area is Class Bravo B. And basically, if you're on the north side and you want to go to the south, you got to go all around. So instead of going all around, okay, 2,500, they said, hey, you can do something called the Mini Route, about 2,500 feet from Santa Monica, heading about 138 or so. Technically radial 138 from the Santa Monica, and I believe it's 138, right? Probably, yeah. So basically, I'm headed for the edges of the runways at 2,500, and I'm reporting my. All you have to do, you don't even have to ask anybody. All you have to do is report your position. You know, helicopter 455 over Santa Monica, transitioning to the southeast via Mini Route 2,500. And yeah, so 2,500. Oh, look at that, I'm holding it. Wow. And I'm basically transitioning, and you don't have to ask anybody, you don't have to do anything, you just have to report your position. You have to squawk, I believe 1201, I believe. I have to double check what it is. Usually you fly with those plates, but yeah, and then you can fly right over Los Angeles. And that Los Angeles got 2 north runways and 2, or actually 4 and 4. This counts as 4, but it's 2 and 2, north and south. So basically what you're aiming for is the first third of the north runways, see how I'm going, and about midpoint of the second. So I don't have to even do this. You can just follow that road down there. It kind of leads you. You don't even have to do the you got about half a mile on each side, so the lax as long as you're within where you're supposed to be. But yeah, right here we're transitioning through LAX Mini Route. Now there's other transitions. There's the special flight rules about 3,500, 4,500, and then there's one at and then there's one that's actually helicopter used up there at 200, under 200 feet over the coastal route, and that's only done by helicopters, and you have to be under 200 feet, because if you're over 200 feet you can cause an accident, like what happened in Washington. If you guys remember, a few months ago there was a helicopter, military helicopter, that was at 350 feet, in kind of the same deal, and there was a landing airplane, and it collided. It was, by the way, it was the helicopter's fault. So again, there's the you got the past the northern, that's LAX airport down there. These are the southern runways. And then you have a bunch of buildings here. And I was fortunate enough to work in one of these buildings, and I can get up onto the roof and I could watch the airplanes land. And that's how I know this area. So now we are over here. Once we transition, I think we have to be over this park or something. Yeah, there's that park where they want you to be. Close enough for government work. And then after here, you kind of say, hey, you know, helicopter 455, southern, you know, exiting LAX Mini Route over the park, heading, you know, southeast, whatever. And now, you have to be careful because there's some airspaces here. I know there's Hawthorne, and that's where I trained, believe it or not. Actually, it's over there. It's kind of hard to see in VR. There's a little green patch. Hawthorne's not there. Actually, you know what? Let's go to Hawthorne. And the reason we're going to go to Hawthorne is Tesla and SpaceX. Okay, so now I exited the mini route, and let's just go over there. I believe they may actually have the SpaceX rocket mounted. They have it now, so you can actually see it from the freeway. That's where the freeway is, you know, kind of passes by. But Hawthorne, it's just south of it is SpaceX, and kind of fast there. And SpaceX. I think some of it moved now to Texas, whatever it is, the deal is, but this is where it is. This is where it started. This is where a lot of the early stuff was done, and this is where they mounted the first rocket to come back and land. You know, do come back from space and land. They actually mounted it here. You can go see it. And this is where I did my instrument training. This some of the flight, you know, 20 years ago, whenever it was, and I am very, very familiar with this area. I can literally fly from building to building to building without missing every airspace. And for certain, oh yeah, look, they got the stadium. The stadium is done over there. Oh wow, nice, cool. It wasn't last time. I bought the scenery, and that stadium wasn't done. That's the new stadium. Okay, so right here, right in this corner. Oh, it doesn't look like it is. See this big X building right here? I guess you now named it X. Right at this corner is where the rocket should be standing up, but it's not. So I guess they gotta add it right there in that corner. And named it X, and this is the SpaceX right there. And then there's a little bit of Tesla building, and I think that's where they did the initial tunnel testing. I don't know if you guys remember. What the hell is this water? I don't remember this water here. Like just over here is just south of Tesla and X. I think in this area is where they did some underground testing for the tunnel, whatever the hell he's doing. So, okay. So yeah, if you want to see SpaceX in Los Angeles, it's pretty close to the airport. Well, let me go see that stadium. Sorry guys, I'm going to take a detour. This may take longer than 45 minutes. I want to go look at that because that was not complete last time. Now it is complete. When I bought the 2025 and I did the flights out of Los Angeles, the stadium was not complete, but now it's a state-of-the-art $1 billion stadium. I saw it being constructed, you know, from when I was working over there. You could actually see it, but I've never been there because the tickets are the cheapest ticket is like $100 some, and that's like in the nosebleed section all the way up at the highest point. So that's not the stadium. The stadium is up over there. SoFi, right? Is that what they call it? SoFi Field? So this is, yeah, SoFi Stadium, and this is where the Chargers play, this is where the Rams play. and this is where the tickets cost. You know, you got to take a second mortgage to get a cheap ticket. So no, thank you. Okay, yeah, a little detour. Sorry, it took an extra 2 or 3 minutes to get up here. Let's go. That's LAX. We flew right over it, ended up here. So let's just go to the coast, and then we're gonna go see a couple of things on this side. Just bear with me. It's gonna take a few minutes to get there, but we'll start off with the coast and go from there. Well, by the way, not only flying whenever I get a chance. I used to do this flight around the peninsula down there, and you'll see it because it's one of the most beautiful flights you can do. But I actually take my car and drive around there on the weekends when we get a chance with the family. And they're cliffs, they're beautiful cliffs, they're nice water, beautiful area. You'll see it. Okay, that's the 405. Forget that. It's yeah, I know I'm pushing this helicopter. I know nothing about helicopters. I'm literally doing everything visually here, and yeah, basically you stay away from this area. Even after taking off from Hawthorne, you turn about heading 210, and you kind of stay from this area because after taking off, this is where all the turns are made. You know, you're out of LAX airspace, but they get very, very nervous if you get in this area. I mean, they will start sweating. The ATCs, if you get in this area, even with permission, they start sweating. You know, I was talking to them once, and I did something they didn't like, and they said, no, you stay away. No, they didn't care. They stay away. Okay, staying away. Landed, came back, did it next day. So yeah, very stressful. One of the biggest airports in the world. Or busiest too. So okay, now is there anything important here? Well, that's actually El Segundo, and this is El Segundo now. Kind of cool area. We actually do a lot with friends. We used to go out here a lot with they got some nice restaurants during lunch, and we used to hang out. But the main important points here are these piers. And this one, I don't know which pier is this. This one's to north, but the one further down is the Manhattan Pier. Because right now, we're from El Segundo, we're going to enter Manhattan Beach, and this is where a lot of rich people live, especially like sports people. You know, Pau Gasol used to live here. Kobe lived in Newport down there, which is in that area where I'm looking. But quite a few sports stars worked here. Why? Especially Lakers, because that's where the Laker facility is. It's like only a mile from here, so a lot of Laker guys lives in Manhattan Beach. I believe this is the Manhattan Beach Pier, and it's, as a matter of fact, I don't know which movies we're from, but there's quite a few. It's a very nice area, and as soon as you pass Manhattan Pier, you actually go into Redondo Beach. So right now we're in Manhattan, and now we go into Redondo. And Redondo is another area, almost like Manhattan, not quite as rich, but of course anything in this area is pretty rich. Anyway, no, not here. What is this? Oh yeah, this is that. They got some of these off oil stuff. It's just disgusting, honestly. It's kind of hidden, but they pop up. And then over here is another pier, and this, as a matter of fact, is one of my favorite restaurants called Kincaid's down there. Back when I had money, I used to come here, and not anymore. So, yeah. Okay, so now that we explored the rich areas of the coast, not necessarily famous areas. Let's go a little bit higher. I'm looking over here. This Torrance Airport is right past that green area right there, I believe. And they want to close it down. The importance of it is it's called Zamperini Field. Zamperini was the guy. There was a movie about him that Angelina Jolie made in 2012. Lou Zamperini. He was the guy that was shot down and you know, tortured and all that in Japan. Made it as a POW at the end. He ended up living in Torrance, and this was named after him. He died like I think just before the movie was released. But the point of this is, yeah, it's kind of a lot of people in this area. This is where come in and where they land at Torrance Airport, and I like it. I've done more landings at Torrance than anywhere else. Very nice, very open. But the point of Torrance is, after you take off from Torrance, you head straight for the beach, and this is where the sightseeing tour begins. When I take people up around Los Angeles, that area is not, it's what I showed you so far is fine for a lot of people, but this is where they kind of go, wow, right? And you can do this with a drive. You don't have to do this with a airplane or helicopter. You see that road right there as it follows? If you just follow it, it actually follows the coastline. And this is called, this is the Palos Verdes. Palos Verdes. Pacific Verdes is up there. And I know we didn't look at you can't see where the fires were anyway in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But, okay, so right here, and from up here, it doesn't look like it's very high, but when you're driving, you know, those are 80-foot cliffs. And just flying in this area and driving around it and just looking, you know, at the cliffs and the not necessarily the beaches, but where, you know, where the waves are crashing. It's a beautiful sight. And again, that the road follows this. There's I think you can see the road right there. Yeah, goes up. And some of these cliffs go up as 200 feet. It says 400 here, but I think it's 200. I've measured them, trust me. Hey, don't tell anybody I said that. But yeah, I would just take the airplane. You have to be in the airplane. You have to be like 2,000 feet away from it, right? So you got to be over there. Even if you don't have to be, you know, altitude wise. You have to be 2,000 feet. So this is probably one of the most beautiful areas to fly around and actually visit. And you can just take your family, and there's a lighthouse I'll show you in a second where there's a nice park you can come and hang out. Spend a couple of hours just relaxing, watching the, you know, sunset and the sea and all that. Yeah, it's pretty you know, long and in a helicopter at least, but it doesn't last that long. I mean, the whole drive is maybe 20 minutes from one side to the other around the peninsula. So, and then you get to the most western point, and you kind of start turning towards the south and southwest. Excuse me, southeast. There's this cove. And I think the lighthouse may be here, maybe? It's in one of these areas. Yeah, kind of nice, right? Again, that's a benefit of being, you know, trained at Hawthorne. You get to see all these areas, understand them, and fly them. And by the way, that's Catalina down there. It looks pretty far, but it's only a few miles. Okay, wait, let's stop here. So this is where the lighthouse is, and you can actually walk these trails right here. You see, you can just walk all around, and then you can come to the right here. Nice picture areas. There's a little museum, marine museum here, and it's overgrown over here, but believe me, that's actually pretty open. And you can see the lighthouse right here. Yeah, you can see the parking lot right there. The lighthouse should be right here, right where the house is. It's not showing it, but right there should be on that point, lighthouse. But here's that little park, the little museum, and again, this is in Palos Verdes. Pretty nice area, and plenty of parking. You can park in the parking lot or in the dirt. Doesn't matter. And actually, as a matter of fact, a lot of people do their wedding receptions right there. So, okay, now some people are gonna love it, some people are gonna hate it, but I'm gonna show it. And I've used this golf course as emergency landing field. I never landed, but I have used it. And there it is. This right here is the Trump golf course, Trump International Golf Course. I've used it a lot as emergency field when I did my training. Hey, we would line up, come within 1,000 feet, and go up. But yeah. No, I have never golfed here. No, I don't have any intention of golfing here, but financial or otherwise, it's like, no, not for me. Okay, let's go. Keep going. Actually, did I make a mistake? That's the Terranea golf course? I may have made a mistake. Trump may be down here. It's all faster than an airplane, you understand. Anyway, there's the road, so you're just kind of following the road. And you can take the road, go up in the hills too, so that's kind of cool. No, actually, I made a mistake. That is the Trump course. That was just the area called Terranea. It's a retirement community, and they made their own golf course. This is the one that is, yeah, Trump may build his stuff around old people. He likes his own things. So, yeah, right here is the Trump golf course. And Trump International. Yeah, this is where we practiced all this stuff. I was kind of wondering, when did all those things get built up? Nope. Oh, this is it right here. So, yeah, there's the entrance. By the way, I've been there a few times. Every time I've driven by, and no, nobody's there. Don't care, trust me. Okay, so yeah, I've used these greens as these driving greens as emergency fields, and trust me, if I would have had to put it down, I would have put it down. I'd get sued, but I don't care. All right. Now, we're moving into actually a filming area. A lot of people don't know this. Alright, now, sorry, my son asking to eat, so he's going to have to wait. Almost done with the tour. Okay, we're going down around Peninsula. We went around. Now this is called the San Pedro area. It was a lot of stuff was filmed here during the 80s. And once I go around, I'll show you the area where a lot of stuff is filmed today for TV series like NCIS Miami or whatever. All those series that are filmed, they're actually filmed right here. Whether it's Miami, it's right here. It was even used as Washington D.C. once for one of the Die Hard movies. I was I know that area. Though, yeah, that's not Washington D.C. That's like San Pedro. Yep, it was. So, and it's right here. This is the area. All those houses, when there's murders, when all that stuff, this is the area they film. Right here. So, again, that and this right here. Excuse me. These are the houses too. Now, this is called a Fisherman's Wharf or something. I know this area too. It's changed. This little triangle thing here, and it used to be a market and a lot of good stuff. I think now they made it more private and all that kind of crap, but I used to like it. And this is USS Iowa, the battleship Iowa. So this is the museum, and this is where it's located, if you want to see it. And right next to it is where the cruise ships are. You see, that's where they put the people in the, you know, that little big tent, whatever it is. That's where they put the wait for their cruises, and the cruise ship passes right from this area and just goes down and out. This is the Vincent Thomas Bridge, another famous area. And then, oh no, here's the cruise ship. Excuse me. Oh, it's already here. See. So this is the big. I'm not sure which is this, Carnival or whatever. So yeah, so they push it back and then it goes. Guess how many pools they got on the damn thing. Okay, whatever. This is the Vincent Thomas Bridge. A lot of movies. And unfortunately, the guy that Scott, the director that did the Alien movie, I think, right? He jumped here and killed himself. It's about 200 feet. I've taken this bridge many times. I'm not sure what these are. Oh, these are just containers. It's just a ship with containers. Yeah, this is where the port of Los Angeles is. It's actually in San Pedro, and this is where they all these ships get loaded up. There was a recent video of a couple of containers falling down. This is where it was, right here. This is all containers. I don't know why they got trees down there. There shouldn't be trees. Really? On the ship, trees? No, there's no trees here. This is just parking lots and containers. All this is a port. This whole area from there to over there is port. Okay, now kind of moving into the southern parts. From here we're going to move into Long Beach. Why is Long Beach important? Well, who knows about Howard Hughes? Howard Hughes. Yeah. What was it called? The Spruce Goose. You guys remember that? Spruce Goose, the biggest airplane I ever flew, at least at that time. It only flew a few feet from there. This is where it flew, right here. I think it might have been on the inside or the outside, but this is where it flew. And we'll go to Long Beach in a second because I want to show you some stuff over there. But yeah, Spruce Goose. This is the area. Of course, it's all boarded up, and there's an entrance. To the harbor. So that's to keep the seas calm and all that, all the other stuff that they do. Okay, now where are we going here? Oh yeah, we're going over there. This is still the port, guys. This is the port, still flying. It's like, you know, it's bigger than some countries. Oh, we're going to that white dome. See that white dome and that ship and the 2 ships. Now that is the Carnival cruises, and that's where my parents went today. They're going to be off on a cruise for a couple of days, 5 days. Ship is leaving at 3:05, probably left a few minutes ago. So, bon voyage to them for a few days. But around here is Queen Mary. Now, Queen Mary is my son's favorite because it basically looks a little bit like a Titanic. It's the next generation. It's actually longer than the Titanic. It's bigger. So, but it's very similar in some areas, very different in others. And right there is it's a Soviet sub that they call it. Doesn't look like it, but actually it is a sub. But Queen Mary, I actually like it. It's just expensive to go. Every time you go, it's like $50 per person. So, and the very nice tours. A lot of movies were filmed there, and you know, you kind of get a sense of what they thought was grand back in the day. To me, it's kind of tacky today, but that's shifting in tastes, right? Another thing is the ghosts. Ghosts of, now, I don't know if you believe in ghosts or you don't. I can just tell you that I may believe a little bit of that stuff that they have in there. It's a long story, but yeah, I kind of felt some stuff in there that's kind of spooky. And it's not just, it's not every time. You just kind of go. Sometimes it's kind of like when they're upset. Reason I'm coming here, another favorite place. This is a lighthouse and very good picnic area. Get out with your family and enjoy it. Now the good part about this is that right here is where aquarium is. Aquarium of the Pacific. So that's the building right there. I used to have passes to it. Again, we had to give up some because we had so many passes to everything. It just, we couldn't do everything, you know. Even going every weekend somewhere was just too much. So, well, I haven't had passes in like 4 or 5 years to here. Maybe it's time to go back and revisit it. But that's the Aquarium of the Pacific. And this is Long Beach. All right. Yeah. And then there's this big thing. I don't know what this is. But whatever it is, it's painted. Now I'm curious if they have. It's. I don't want to go back, but they have like a pumpkin thing, pumpkin-looking fuel. One of those big fuel tanks in Torrance. Let me get my bearings here. That's the Los Angeles River. Heading is right. Should be a Long Beach here. Why am I not seeing Long Beach Airport? Actually, I want to go that way too anyway. Not just Long Beach, but I want to go to Seal Beach, and I want to show you the Seal Beach area for another reason. And then we'll end up going to Disneyland and then coming back. I'm almost tempted to use the VOR here. I don't have to. I think that's Long Beach right there. Long Beach Airport. I've landed there a few times. Actually, I've trained out of Long Beach for a few months. The craziest thing about Long Beach is the taxi. It's got a weird taxi diagram. It's just like Delta, Delta 2, hold at Foxtrot 5, don't cross runway 24, and whatever. You know, holy crap, it was just give me progressive taxi. Yeah, there it is. There's that pyramid down there. And we're gonna head to Seal Beach now. Yeah, there's that pyramid. I think it's a library or something. I don't know what that is, but I see it every time we drive by. It's only about half the size of the actual pyramids in Egypt. But one thing I want to show down here is, well, this is Huntington Beach. Oh, excuse me, Seal Beach. Seal Beach. Huntington Beach is just a little bit south. And just south of Seal Beach, there's a marsh area. And it's like the only marsh area I've seen in Los Angeles, in California. And that's where they do all the NCIS Miami marsh shooting, or they used to. No, it wasn't done at the in Florida. It was actually done here. So if you watch NCIS Miami, or is it CIS Miami? CIS, whatever. The one with the redhead, right? If you watch him, that TV show, that's where it was done, down there. And from there, we'll go to Seal Beach over there, airport. And by the way, this is a military area right here, so it's the Seal Beach. So I don't know what they do. It's like a reserve base or something. Then you can kind of see those marshes down there. You don't need much, you know, when the area is open. So that's where they did all those. All right, now let's go to Seal Beach. And then from Seal Beach, we're going to go heading 057. No, 057. Now we're going to go to Disneyland. Oh crap, look at that smog. Huh. Yeah, they kept it kind of real here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, huh? I wish they hadn't. Wish we could see, so. Alright. Seal Beach, what's my heading here? 045, almost. Where's that VOR? I think it's just south of the field. I think it's that little open area right there in the grass. You see that little? I think that's the VOR there. Yeah, that's it. Again, I've never landed here because this is a military base. I technically could when I was with the Civil Air Patrol. I could have asked permission and all that. Yeah, there's the VOR down there. We're just flying under it and heading 055. Good. Let's go speed it up here. Yeah, we started over there somewhere, and it's downtown, and we just went all around. That's a long flight. Usually with the airplane, if I do that, it's about, I don't know, 35 minutes. Helicopter, we stopped a couple of places and did a couple of things. Yeah, turned out to be longer, so. Well, maybe I misremembered. That's okay. It's all right. We'll see it soon enough. 067, maybe. No. Right now we're in Orange County, people. This is not Los Angeles, it's Orange County. This is where the Angels are. Okay, now we're here. I don't think I missed it. Where's north? Yeah, I think I went too much south. It's okay, I'll fix it. Oh, that's it, guys. That's Disneyland. You got, this is the older park. There's two parks. There's one over here on the south and one on the north. See if they have the Millennium Falcon. All the Star Wars stuff is on the north side right here. This is the Star Wars. Although I've heard that they are kind of expanding the Star Wars to everything now at Disneyland, because this is it. It should be right there somewhere. And as far as Disneyland, I haven't been to Disneyland since 2000, maybe 2002. And the reason, it's freaking expensive. It's not that it's expensive. Look, you want to pay for it and go for it. The problem is the yearly one is expensive. It's about $1,000 for special days you can go to. And when you have a family, 1,000 times 4 or 5 is what? You know, $5,000. It's a lot. And the problem with going once is that you're not going to see it all. It's too big. There's going to be lines. You want to do every ride. When I go, you know, if you're visiting, yeah, you take a 3 or 4 day and you do it. But when you're living here, it's just too expensive. At least for me. Because, you know, 5,000, even if you paid by month, you know, you're paying still, what, like, $200-300 a month. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's kind of the last part here. I know there's other areas on that side where some Back to the Future stuff was filmed, but for the most part, that's where the tour of Los Angeles kind of ends. The one thing I didn't show because we got caught up with Disneyland is that there is the Angel Stadium is just south of Disneyland. Excuse me. That's the 5 freeway right here, I think. And no, that's the Angel Stadium over there. There's some few movies like Angels in the Outfield and all whatever they were called. Yeah, it's about that. And then from that you got the Ducks. Again, there was Mighty Ducks the movie, and then there was a hockey team that was created from that. And for some reason, you guys saw what Los Angeles was all the way over there. They call it Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. That's, go figure. What the hell? Just call it Anaheim Angels. Nope. They wanted Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Right here. Now you got some train station right there. I call it the Silver Building. Right here. And then you got the Honda Center, which is where the Mighty Ducks play right here. Everything's here. Okay, this is the 5 freeway, right? No, 55? One of those. No, this is the 57. 57. 57. Oh yeah, my dentist is down there too, so shout out to her. She really fixed me up, so thank you. Now, what the hell is all this water? I haven't seen waters like this since, 1802. The Great Floods of Los Angeles back in 1802. What the hell is this nonsense? I know it's LA River and stuff, but come on. Okay, we're following the 57. That's the Ball Street or Imperial. And I think this is the 91 freeway. Right there, right? Yeah, this is the 91. One more thing. I'm just gonna go down to downtown and land it, guys. If you want to hang out, hang out. I might talk just to pass the time, but point out a couple of things to fly through. But it should be about a 10-minute flight or so back to downtown Los Angeles. How do you know? I know where it is. It's just the only thing that confused me was because I did it at night. Was the little bit there at Disneyland, but for everything else, kind of nice little map of Los Angeles in my head. That I had to put it out. One thing I'm going to do later is I'm going to do a actual flight that I've done from Torrance to Brackett using, kind of squeezing through airspaces and routes, without making a single call. Okay, you want to watch me land in 10 minutes and then we can eat together? Alright. Cheese sandwich? Stop. Oh, good, good. Go ahead. Alright. Watermelon filled you up and cheese? Oh, okay, just a little. Alright. Yeah, ignore your kids, guys. I'm kidding. We'll go to Black Angus and get a steak right now. Watch. All right, right now we're flying over Fullerton. Or close to Fullerton. I did a lot of night flights here. Passed through right here, and about 2,000 feet, 2,500 feet, and then headed north to Bracken. Right now we're kind of headed towards El Monte. I'm gonna turn a little bit to the. You need rudders in the helicopter. A little bit more to the west, and that should take us over downtown. And by the way, yeah, that freaked me out when we took off from the building. That freaked me out. I was like, holy crap! I know it's a helicopter, but I know it's VR too. But that, wow, a mind kind of fools you sometimes, you know. Fullerton, the airport, is somewhere down here. That was actually for the. Yeah, missed it. It's down there. We can't see it now. There was a crash that recently that happened. It's tragic. You know, the point is, the guy lost some engine power and lost partial power from what it seems like, and he was flying back, and instead of just kind of doing a, you know, a quick turnaround, like a teardrop, you know, you go out, come back, turn around and land on the same runway, he kind of decided to go, oh no, maybe I can do the whole pattern. And he kind of came back, took off from runway 24, and then instead of doing a quick, you know, he had partial power, he could have done a 180 or so. He decided to kind of continue, and then he kept losing more and more and more power, and just didn't make it. It's like, why are you continuing on, you know, doing the pattern? Just land. Guys, if you have a problem with the engines, land the fucking damn thing, okay? Land it. Right here. Actually, as a matter of fact, right here. I was 2,500 feet or something, coming at night in a Cessna. Engine sputtered. You know what I did? I turned around immediately. I didn't care. I didn't do anything. I went that way, climbed as much as I could. Engine power came back, but I didn't care. Came back, went there, and did a pan landing at Fullerton, right there. I didn't care if the engine just sputtered once. Put the damn thing down. Okay? Have a mechanic check it out. After it's checked out, go back and fly. Do not mess with it. Do not mess with airplanes. Mechanical things don't get better. If something goes wrong, it's not going to get better. It's not going to fix itself. It's just going to get worse. So, even in the guy's case, when we took off and he had some partial power, and he decided, oh, I have enough power to get back, it got worse. It got worse and worse and worse, and he didn't have enough power in the end to get back. So, just, and there's downtown, you guys can see it. I think the plane is now at El Monte over here somewhere, is next to that river. By the way, these rivers are dry in Los Angeles. You know, there's not much water. Okay. There was water during rain times, but aside from that, there isn't much water. Yeah, there's El Monte. I can see. It's hard to see, guys. It's very hard to see for somebody that's not trained to see it. A specific airport. But okay, why am I climbing? Because I got excited. All right. Yeah, right now I'm in the Bravo airspace, and some airplane that landing at LAX would hit me and would kill everybody. Yeah, LAX is right over there where I'm watching straight ahead. Just kind of see that edge? Follow that edge up. Right there, I'll put it, and that's where LAX is right there. Right there, okay. I don't have to see it, I know where it is. How much fuel I got? Hey, Gent, do you want to see me crash? No, but I will. Because I don't know how to land the air helicopter. Yeah. No, it's a helicopter. Look. Hang on, give me where I can see that. I'm trying to find the keyboard. Oh, there it is. Okay. Watch. Uh-oh. Whoa. Alright. Yeah, let's not do that. It's just this flight simulator. Alright, I'm just going to those buildings. I'm going to land on the building that the aliens destroyed. Alright, I will. Hey, you want to go have tacos? Okay. Oh, fuel low. Ah. It's a good thing I put a lot of fuel in it. Where is it? Uh-oh. Ooh. Not gonna make it. On me? 31 pounds? Uh-oh. Ooh. It's gonna get interesting, huh? Come on, speed it up. 29. Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. 28. Seven. Speed up, 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 speed up. There you go. Alright, there we go, 26. Alright, I only got 25, 240 pounds of fuel, huh? I should have paid attention. Alright. 23, okay. You know, I always manage to make these damn things interesting. 2. Well, why don't you put it down now? Oh, yeah, I would. In real life, trust me, I'd land it on a freeway. I'll reduce the torque right now. I'll have plenty, I think, to land. Okay. Again, are you here? Yeah. Okay, I'm about to land. Alright, let's try to keep it steady here. I only got 190 pounds of fuel, I think. No, it's not. It's going down fast. Okay, see? Wells Fargo. This is freaky, by the way, guys. This is freaky. What do I, 18? Okay, yeah, I've got plenty of fuel. You know, when you're up in the open, it makes no difference. But when you got buildings and you're looking at them, this is freaking me out, even in VR. Oh, what the hell happened? Okay, fine. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm getting sick. Okay. I didn't. I crashed. Whew. All right. I don't know. I hit too hard. So cool. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I got sick there. That was so freaking me out. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good